Welcome to the Mint Customs Workshop.
On today's episode, we read some fan mail. Glitter is taking over the workshop.
Glitter. We've seen trends come, we've seen trends go.
And we've just stayed the same.
We've stayed the same. Yeah.
And I reflect on all of our hard work.
What have we done?
See how we feel when the stars have faded. Why don't we see if there's love without love?
Today we only have one vote to do. It's deciding on what style of seat.
Yes, all this voting and promoting is starting to pay off.
Stop drinking tea.
This budget bobber is coming together nicely.
We've given you two options. One is a diamond stitched suede seat and the other is a cross stitch. Is it vinyl leather? What's the cheap name? Leatherette. Both options are a budget option and both options still look really good, but they're fairly cheap to do. Let's have a look at the results. First up, the Parry brothers Instagram. 348 people have voted. A, 57%. B, 43%. So it's fairly close, but an obvious winner. Let's go over to the Mint Customs Instagram. 1,041 votes. This one's a tad closer, but it is another win for A, and that's the diamond stitched suede seat, and that's 56% to 44%. So we have a winner. The seat is being taken off as we speak and being sent to be covered. Moving on.
Make sure you follow and subscribe to gain your voting power.
There is a number of jobs that need to be finished. First up is the footboards. We have them in place, we know where we want them. There's some welding and fab work to be done. A little bit of head scratching of where we're gonna run the gear lever and the rear brake. Needs to be something like that. But they're coming together nicely. We'll keep working with the other side because it's got the side stand. And if we get that perfect, then this side should be the easy side. So yeah, we'll stick to doing the difficult side first.
Talking about Hellfire, Hellfire, oh Hellfire, that's where I'm bound. I'm talking about Hellfire, Hellfire, oh Hellfire, that's where I'm bound.
So in the last episode, the votes were won by 20 votes, and that's to have the exhaust wrapped instead of running guards. It was very close, but the wraps won. So I found a set of pipes at the back of the workshop. They needed modifying to go round the new footboard. So there's a little bit of cut and shut in and a little bit of welding to be done. Tea time. Cobwebs forming. I think it's taken us too long to build this motorcycle.
In the back view I got drunk as hell. I'm talking about Hellfire.
I sat and wrapped the pipes, got them fitted, they're looking pretty cool. I'm continuing the talk with Hot Rod Tom about him making a full set of pipes in the future, but this set is to show what you can do if you're working on a budget, and you can easily modify a set of pipes and get them to fit and wrap them and make them look fairly decent, and this is an example of that. The front fender has finally been bothered. Every time the old man was walking past the bike, he was losing his mind because the front fender was still standard and we'd modified the height of it so it fit the 19-inch wheel, but we hadn't cut it down yet. You gonna do the honours? Cut up the mudguard?
Sure.
Gonna bobber the mudguard for us?
Sure.
And the reason why we want to run a small fender is just to keep the spray of any water or any dirt flying up and hitting you in the face. It isn't ideal showing up to a calf covered in mud or water, and it's extremely painful too when it hits you at a high speed. So we are running a small fender for now. We could always remove it for some photo shoots or something if it looks a little cooler. But it has been bobbered and it's fitted. It just needs a paint job at some point in the future. And a lot of Harleys I've sat on or ridden in the past, I haven't found that comfortable. So this bike is hopefully going to be extremely comfortable, but also looks super badass too.
Talking about hellfire, oh hellfire, yeah hellfire, that's where I'm bound. I'm talking about hellfire, oh hellfire, yeah hellfire, that's where I'm bound.
Did you want to swap the jet over? So like you said about, I think that has...
Yeah, that's its problem. It's just over fuels and on.
You think the right jet for it's in this car?
Yeah.
People are watching us. I know. I don't know why they're watching us, but they are watching us.
It's hard to be normal, isn't it? I've got to be professional. Yeah, jet sizes. We could swap the jet sizes over of the carburetors. Much easier to whip that off and whip that on there, and I'll whip that one on there.
There is still a number of jobs to be done. One of them being the rear brake. We're running a Brembo rear caliper. You may ask why we're putting that on such a bike, but it's purely because we had it laying around the workshop. I made a bracket for it, and it seems to be fitting rather well. On the first road test, I will do some skids, make sure it all works okay. We may end up changing it in the future, but so far it's looking good. Next up,
After
was
trying
the
out a
sissy
number
bar.
of options, like this zombie killing spike, which I also found in the bin,
Zombies.
we settled on using this eagle design.
I think this sissy bar is a little bit like Marmite. You either love it or you hate it. It's going to be installed no matter what. It looks a little bit ridiculous, but I'm loving it. So it's going on the bike. By putting that cut in there, it ensures the bend's going to be in the right place. And then when you know it's done, weld up the cracks. We're going to reinforce it, so in the future, if we ever have a bitch pad or a pillion seat fitted, the pillion can use it to lean on. So I lost the black tank in the votes. I lost the brass grips in the votes because it clashed with the tank. I lost the exhaust guards in the votes. I'm putting my foot down now and the sissy bar is going on the bike.
Okay, Samuel, keep your knickers on.
Safety first.
Yeah, that's weird because the rack is throwing us off. Let's get that rack off.
Already see it. There's so much going on in the background and around it.
As you may have noticed, this budget bobber hasn't had much money spent on it. And there's a reason for that. And that's because, one, we want to show that you don't have to spend thousands to get a bike built. You can modify your bike yourself in your garage and customize things so they're the style that you prefer and bits and pieces. But it's also because we don't really have any budget to work with. We are currently trying to raise money to build more motorcycles and to make more videos. If you'd like to sponsor us and be a part of the team, you can head over to our Patreon account. You can head over to our website because we have a full range of merchandise for sale. And please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.